Welcome to Gamers Platform. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Adam Wolf from Gamers Platform, and in this video, as promised, I bring you the version 3.0 update to Fortnite's Save the World. That is the co-op version of the game. Yes, that's right. This game started out as a co-op game. I know, that's pretty crazy. It's kind of hard to believe that this game has any other mode except Battle Royale, which is strange because it came after, or the Battle Royale came after, and it was done within like a month. I don't know. But yes, and I gotta say, I haven't played the co-op in a while. Excuse me, I just sneezed a couple times and it's killing me. I haven't played the co-op in a while, and I gotta say, it's so much fun. I can't believe I ever stopped playing this game. If you haven't had the chance to try out the co-op, recently it was 50% off. I don't know if it's still 50% off now, but it's not terribly expensive. I think it's like $30. But it absolutely is worth the play. It's a lot of fun. You get to play with random people, obviously. But the gameplay in itself, you still got the building, you still got the crafting, you've got the different tiers of weapons and everything. It's just you're facing a bunch of monsters and increasing difficulty levels and leveling up and doing missions and side quests. There's actually a story to it. Now, I haven't finished that story, but, you know, I'm getting there. Anyway, so we're going to be going over the changes that they made recently, and I gotta say, some of these patch notes, just for this alone, are extremely long. I mean, the bug fixes for the gameplay section alone is a pretty huge section, so do bear with me. I'm going to be going over the major bullet points. The sub-bullet points, it depends on what it is. You know, there's a main bullet point that says there's adjustments, but it goes into sub-bullet points that tell you what those adjustments are, so I'll include those. But for the most part, I'll just be going over the main bullet points of each of these changes. So, speaking of which, starting with the gameplay changes, a hoverboard was added. So, if you wanted to cruise across the map at high speed and, you know, look stylish doing it, there's a hoverboard mount, I guess you could call it right now. And you get it through a quest line. And so, if you really wanted to have that hoverboard in the game, then there you go. It's there. It's there for your personal enjoyment. Now, I don't know if I bet you it costs money. I mean, it says that it's granted by a new tutorial quest line, but I'm not sure if you have to buy it or craft it or whatever. If you are able to craft it, that's fantastic. That's awesome. The fact that you can earn it without having to purchase it, so that's really good. The hand cannon that was recently released in the Battle Royale mode is also available in the weekly store now. So if you want that in your co-op, you've got it. Spring It On event chapter Lucky Explosion is unlocked. So that's the current event going on right now. I've gotten a few things from the spring event, and it's you know, it's just another thing to earn. You know, you get these little firecracker cards or whatever. Like, I finished like a couple of quests. I got like 500 of them, and it takes like 1,000 to get a piñata. So piñata is like the loot box system in the game. So I got like 2 of them in like finishing quests or whatever, and they were 500 apiece. So I immediately got a piñata. So really, not that hard. That's fine. The Cozy Campfire no longer rewards the full utility score every time it heals a player, instead spreading its total reward out over its lifespan. That seems like it would have been a bit overpowered before, so that's good that they kind of just spread that out a little bit. Plankton Project, or Plankhattan, excuse me, Plankhattan Project quest now only requires a single fully completed siphon to succeed instead of 3. Players still must complete all 3 defense stages on the siphon. Now, since it's been a while since I've played the game, I don't know what that means. But if you do, there you go. All right, and here's one of the bullet points that I mentioned where it doesn't actually just explain it in the main bullet point. Blue glow difficulty pylon functionality adjustments. Adjusted the cost of the blue glow. Why is that so hard to say? Difficulty pylons are now only available in the missions that are focused on the defense of an objective, and difficulty pylon can now only be used before the start of the defense for the main mission objective before the first stage if defense is done in multiple stages. I actually played that last night, and I gotta say, really cool that you can actually just increase the difficulty of the level just by depositing this blue glow stuff. And it goes up, I think, 5 difficulty levels, 4 or 5. The top level is madness difficulty, and it's just, honestly, it wasn't that bad, to be honest. I mean, I'm only level 7, but we had a total of 4 people, and it kind of evened out to a total of level 11, and the mobs tended to be about 10. So, and our weapons, my weapons did pretty much the same amount of damage. It felt like it didn't really burden the weapons at all. Like it was pretty easy to kill the monsters even at the highest difficulty level. So, but still a lot of fun. A lot of mobs to take out at that time. So I don't know if the amount of enemies increases per difficulty. If it does, cool, because there was a lot to kill and I loved it. So increased woodstone metal and metal harvesting rates. The exact amount varies by object, but is approximately 10 to 20% higher, which is awesome, especially if you're trying to, quickly gather up resources so you can set up your fort and everything like that. Front-end crafting within universal inventory feature will be added, and reduced appearance rate of ranged melee and weapon llamas by 20%. I don't know if that's in-game or not. I don't think it is, but there you go. Okay, so again, the gameplay section has a really long bug fix list, so this is more likely going to be on a separate screen of its own, because it's quite a few. So here we go. Wall launchers once again push husks in the direction the trap is facing. Weak points will now spawn for all players when multiple players attempt to harvest a building or outlander llama at the same time. The cozy campfire now requires tiered mineral powder to craft. Spring it on gold was incorrectly displaying on sprint it on gold. Oh, as, not on. Sprint it on gold. That's a funny little typo. Fixed wooden wall spike traps to have no reload time, so they'll be faster. Fixed wooden wall spike traps to have proper damage at different tiers and rarities. Fixed an issue with wooden wall spike traps not properly reflecting damage. Boy, they really had a lot of issues with the wooden wall spikes. I know I keep saying spikes, not spike traps. Sorry about that. Survivor's lost item should no longer spawn outside of the search area. If a survivor relay doesn't spawn a survivor, it will now fulfill related objectives and grant full rewards. Oh, that's kind of nice. So if the game screws up, you still get rewarded. Nice. Fixed, that's how it should always be, by the way. Fixed the mailbox quest item from being searchable, even if you're not doing the quest. Fixed Summer from spawning outside the storm shield in outposts. I'm guessing Summer's probably a survivor. Vacuum tube launcher and dam buster will no longer roll headshot perks. Oh, that's too bad. Fixed an issue where new dragon weapon schematics could roll invalid perk configurations. Updated melee durability decay perk descriptions to say longer durability instead of durability decay. Updated values to reflect new descriptions. Crossbow schematics will now craft weapons of the correct power level. And fixed a bug that caused multiple elemental enemy types to spawn in the same encounter after increasing difficulty. Only one elemental type should spawn at a time, except mini-bosses. So I know I rushed through most of those, pretty much the whole list there, because it's a long list and we got to get through this. But again, as always, the patch notes link is in the description if you're curious about more in-depth analysis on everything that I read off today. Heroes. We have a new hero. I think that's a new hero. Is that a new hero? Just, oh, yeah, okay. Maybe not a new hero, but a new skin. I don't know. We'll read it. Valentine's Ninja Snuggle Specialist Sarah has been added to the event store. So, yes, new hero. Valentine's Day sort of thing, which is over. And you can't get the crossbow skin. New legendary versions of the Lunar New Year's heroes added to the Spring Llama. So those are also on the website. You can read on what those are. Base move speed has been unified across all heroes. Well, that's good. That's good. You know, I think I recall in the early days that, you know, different heroes ran at different speeds. I found it a little bit... I mean, it made sense. I play kind of a stockier dude, so naturally he'd be slower, but... Then you've got these faster-moving heroes that are just going around gathering all the resources faster than you are, and it's like, well, now I'm left with nothing. So, you know. On to the bug fixes for the heroes. Fixed an issue causing the Outlander Flash Eagle Eyes support perk to show 12% damage increase at all hero evolutions. It now properly displays 12, 18, and 24% at evolutions 1, 2, and 3. So if you're having an issue with that before, you shouldn't any longer. By the way, another reason why I'm speeding through these is because, well, it's a big list, and two, just started playing the game again, so I don't know much of this. I'm sorry. Fixed an issue where Dragon Slash wasn't activating voiceover. Fixed issue causing players to lose control of their character if a troll bomb was destroyed with Soldier's Shockwave. There's a guy named Soldier? You put a 76 on there, and we got a freaking copyright problem. Fixed issue where In the Zone would sometimes trigger following one swing after switching weapons. I don't know what that is. In the zone, like saying that you're in the zone. Because I was in an on fire state last night when I was playing, so, or at least that my portrait showed that I was like, it was glowing. So I assumed it's like because I'm on top of it or something, you know, kind of like Overwatch where you're on fire. It's just like, I'm on fire. You know that thing, when you're on a roll. Fixed an issue that allowed soldiers to sprint. Oh, soldier as in the class. Gotcha. Not a person. Right, I forgot. That's a class. Fixed an issue that allowed soldiers to sprint while they were aiming their frag grenade. Well, that's just overpowered. Against AI. Fixed an issue that allowed light sword heavy attacks to be cancelled early. That's just a mix of words. Light sword heavy attack. I know what they mean. It's just, you know, light and heavy in the same sentence. Fixes a visual issue where the Flash Eagle Eye Outlander's backpacks of epic and legendary rarities were reversed. Fixed an issue where hero abilities, projectiles, and visual effects would fail when cast in water. Fixed an issue where the epic version of Sarah Claus had Crescent Kick as Tier 2 ability instead of throwing stars. Fixed an issue where Ranger Beetlejuice was missing her face paint. Well, we can't have that. She has to look the part if she's going to have a name like Beetlejuice. Updated the Reign of Death ninja perk to show the updated throw pattern. Why did I say throw? I don't know. So that's a bug fixes for your heroes. Again, a lot of this stuff I'm not going to recognize because I haven't played this game mode in a while. And I'm ashamed to say that because I love it. It's so good. On to the UI changes. Updated skill tree backgrounds with new art and path labels to help player progression. Well, that's good, because I went in there on the skill tree and I got confused immediately because I was like, where did I stop? I don't know where I stopped. And I don't even know if you can start over, to be honest. Because not only is it tied, you know, you've got the PC and PS4 versions tied together, so you know, you go to one system or the other, it's the same character level and same stuff that you were doing. I don't remember what I was doing, so I looked at the skill tree and it was immediately intimidated. So it's kind of nice that they've got new path labels and stuff, so that way you know which direction goes where. Added new color backgrounds and labels to research trees to help player progression. Again, revert to my last point. Selecting the Find In option in the Heroes or Squads menu will now show the selected hero, survivor, or defender when opening the appropriate Armory submenu. Clarified the behavior of the quick chat key binding in the input settings screen. Added a purple skull icon above mini bosses. And Spring It On gold icon has been updated. It looks like a 4-leaf clover. It's a golden 4-leaf clover in a circle. Okay, so now you know. Now you'll know who the mini bosses are. They'll have a purple skull icon above their heads, which is nice. You have to assume it's the bigger guys, right? Like, it's just the guys who are level 10, but they're, like, super beefy in their health. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. Now, this bug fixes list is huge, so, yeah, let's run through it, shall we? Fix an issue that caused connecting to appear when a teammate joined a match. Fix a tooltip for supply drop. Clicking a locked squad now takes you to the earliest skill node that unlocks any slot in that squad rather than the skill node that unlocks the leader slot. Fixed a case where weapon perks would appear from the UI temporarily. Fixed a case where the item level display would fail to update. Well, that's not good. Fixed a case of overrunning text in the store tab. Fixed some cases. I hate the fact that sometimes these companies just think they have to put fixed in front of... Like, we're in the bug fixes. We know you fixed it. It wouldn't be there if you didn't fix it. Fix some cases where controller navigation would become unresponsive. Fixed a hitch that could occur when navigating the quests tab. Fixed some mission detail information not correctly updating when hovering over missions with a mouse. Fixed a case of cut-off text in the armory menus. Tab navigation button callouts are now hidden if they cannot be used. Fixed the mission select button becoming overly large in some situations. Adjusted the layout of the defender squad's button to better support having every squad unlocked. Fixed slotted survivors not showing their correct power level in some situations. Fixed an issue with purchasing additional llamas during the llama store tutorial. Wow, you could do that? Ooh, some people got away with murder with that one. Removed unnecessary blank rows in the tooltip information for bear stare. Corrected a typo in the description for quick kick. Say that 10 times fast. Fixed the tooltip for hearty blows to refer to base health values and base MD missing its display name. Fixed map and radar icons, including player icons, not displaying in some circumstances. The Ralphie's Revenge sniper rifle now correctly displays tier information. Remove unused stats in patrol ward tooltip. Fixed a case of overrunning text breaking the layout of the daily rewards menu. Updated airstrike upgrade damage node to accurately reflect bonuses. Updated the description of hover turret upgrade, rate of fire rate, node and skill tree 4 to accurately reflect bonuses, and fixed an issue where console players weren't able to select a skill in the skill tree. Well, you certainly need to be able to do that, right? You want to be able to skill up, level up. Again, really long list, so I apologize for that, but that's why I ran through it so quickly. I didn't really stop to talk about anything. Otherwise, this video would be an hour long. And again, don't know most of that. I'm just here to let you guys know in a somewhat entertaining fashion what is being changed in version 3.0. So that's really what this is about. I like making these videos. It's fun for me, and I hope it's also informative for you guys that don't like to read, even though you're reading on the screen and listening to me say it. All right, on to audio. There's only one audio thing that's been changed, which is great because this list is really long. Added plasma stun sound to decoy when you have the perk enabled. Cool. That's it. And a list of the known issues that are probably most likely going to be fixed in a later patch. The Import Friends button is not available in the game menu for version 3.00 only. Twitch quests are not giving out daily missions. Like Twitch? Like live stream Twitch? Huh. I didn't know that they merged that stuff. Cool. I don't know. I'll have to clarify that. Weapon designs and training manuals are not being fully refunded when recycling 2-star and above items. I actually recycled a couple weapons last night. I just got items out of them. I didn't really care. Recycling using the context menu does not preview the refunded items. It did for me, so it was fine. But, you know, it's a known issue, and it happens, I guess, occasionally sometimes. Initial black box announcement of zone modifiers appears too briefly to read. Player can't edit building when a blueprint of a different building is selected. Yes, actually, that is true. I experienced that last night. So let's hope they fix that, because we can't have that. Just because I have the floor selected and I'm trying to edit a wall doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to edit the wall. Okay. Explosive-based weapons have AoE blast radius as range in stats page. Yeah, that should probably be different. Featured quests appear as only partially completed when finished. Hex map reward, that'd be confusing. Hex map rewards UI display gold as seasonal gold. Owned dragon weapons could roll invalid perk configurations, and last but not least, the play button, or the play now button for the want to build a hoverboard quest can take players to non-city zones. Play now functionality will be removed from this quest in a future patch. So those are all the changes that have come to the Save the World co-op version, or co-op side of Fortnite. If you're a player of this version of the game, and I'm definitely going to be playing this myself. I love this game. It is so much fun as a co-op game. I mean, that's originally its design, and I hope that you guys haven't forgotten that it started out as a co-op game. And if you haven't given it a shot yet, I know $30 is $30, but it's worth it because it's a lot of fun. I can absolutely attest to this. I've been playing it for a while now, and it's just a ton of fun, and I hope you guys jump on the bandwagon. You know, it's not a small community. I ran into people almost immediately, but I guarantee you the Battle Royale community is much larger. But don't forget that there is a co-op side of this game, so if you're interested in a new co-op venture, don't feel afraid to try this out, because I highly recommend it. It's tons of fun. And again, I know this is like 7 days late now, but I just feel the need to make videos, and this seems like fun to me, so I'd rather just do something than nothing. And at the same time, I hope this was informative. Again, you can check out the patch notes for more details in the link below. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and please join me again in the next video where we'll go over another game update. And I'm going to be looking for more game updates. I'm actually thinking about doing some coverage for Rainbow Six Siege Outbreak. That starts, that's a live event, or an event in Rainbow Six Siege if you have it. That starts March 6th and goes to April 3rd, I think. Something like that. It's a new co-op mode. I'll be going over it when it's released. I think it's out on the test server today. I can't remember. I'm going to have to, I meant to check that last night and then I got sidetracked. So I will be doing some like a thoughts video on that to give you guys an idea as to what it's all about. Yeah, anyway, so that hopefully will be the next video. Don't forget to check the links in the video description below, especially the one for Extra Life. I'm trying to raise $200 for my local children's hospital, and I've done it for the last couple years. I've been doing it. This is my 5th year now. We've only missed 1 year. We've only, I failed to raise the goal 1 year, but every other year we've raised our goal. It's just $200, so if you can't give, don't worry. I promise you, we're gonna get that $200. I can almost guarantee it, because people are awesome. Well, at least my people are awesome, and people actually care. But if you can give, don't hesitate to donate. And like the video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it, subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, I'm Adam Wolf, this is Fortnite, and I will see you guys in the next one.